Alright guys, we're back at Weird Tire Depot. We're going to be doing an alignment today after installing the rear suspension kit and the front control arms on the Q. Also, big announcement. Today I just put in the order for upgraded turbos. So yes, in the year of 2024, the car will now have upgraded turbos on it. And I also have one other special surprise that I'm not going to announce just yet, but along with the turbos, I'm going to be throwing that on the car. So yeah, big things to come. Also, another huge announcement. I'm going to be selling my daily, the TL, to my cousin, and I'm going to be getting a new daily. Keep a lookout for that. So yeah, huge things coming for 2024. I'm really excited for this year, and hopefully we set some records. Who knows? Maybe. Also, I don't know if you guys remember Chris. He was in a previous video when we last came here. This is his Subaru. I think it's almost pushing 500 to the wheels. It's fire, super clean. But yeah, guys, big things to come. Big things to come this year. Super excited. All right, guys, we have her on the alignment machine now. We're gonna be doing -1 camber in the front and then 0 in the back. So that's gonna hopefully help us with our launches, get more contact on the tires and make a more aggressive launch. Alright, update guys. That shop, unfortunately, since I have the upgraded suspension parts, you have to adjust it by taking off the wheel and then adjusting it, then putting the wheel back on. So they said that their shop could do it, but it would take way too long, and they recommended me to another shop. So it's located in Queens, so I'm gonna probably just take my car to that shop. It's called InTrack. So I'm gonna have to call, make an appointment for that, and then yeah, then I'll finally get that alignment done. So that's unfortunate, but you know what, it is what it is. Now I'm gonna go food shopping, and then later tonight I'm gonna try to take the Q back out and see what kind of 60 to 130 times I can hit again. And oh look, another Q50. Shout out to you if you see my video. Shut the fuck. What's up guys, it's 2:18 in the morning right now, and for some reason I just decided to install my other Brom seat, the driver's side. So I just took out the OEM seat. So yeah, there's the driver's side OEM seat. I'm gonna be removing the seat buckle right there and then bringing it upstairs and putting it on the Brom seat. And I just installed the other Luxus car mats. So this is what it's looking like right now without the seat. It's looking pretty clean, can't lie. Comes with the pocket for your phone. Freaking sick. This is what the rears look like. And then this is just the POV of the other side. Let's see if I can fold this seat back. Yeah, got the fire extinguisher there, safety first. And got my coach bag, and there goes the passenger side Brom seat. Just got a lot of shit. No back seats anymore. I'm gonna have to remove a lot of shit back here too. But yeah, I'm gonna head upstairs, get the other Brom seat, do the install. And for those of you that were wondering about the airbag light, what I ended up doing was I ended up getting a different kind of resistors. I'll be putting the link for them in the description, and I just ended up putting them in the airbag part of the wiring harness. And what it does is it deactivates, it cancels out the code for airbag, like being disconnected. But what it does, it does that for the driver's side, but for the passenger side, you're gonna actually need to remove the, occupancy pressure sensor that's in the bottom of the seat,
Like it's like a pad that's on the bottom of the seat that detects whether someone's sitting in the seat or not. So you're gonna actually have to remove that from the OEM seat and put it into the Brahms seat in order to take that code away, because you'll still get a airbag light on the dash, even with the resistors in on the passenger side, unfortunately. So what that pretty much means is the airbags will still deploy on the driver's side, but since it doesn't detect anyone on the passenger side, your passenger airbags will not deploy. God forbid if you ever got into an accident or something like that. So I don't really want that to happen. So I'm gonna try to figure it out. I don't know if I'm gonna remove the occupancy sensor from the OEM seat. I don't know how hard that's gonna be, but I'll figure a way. When I do, I'll let you guys know. All right, guys, both seats installed now. It's looking amazing. I'm gonna be throwing the car on the scale to see how much weight it weighs now. Before I threw the other seat in, it weighed in at 39.20 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I took the driver's seat out now, and I took a bunch of other shit I had in the back seats out. So yeah, that's all just like clothes and shit now, and it's looking great. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's go weigh the car and then let's do some 60 to 130 pulls, see if we could break into 7 seconds. All right, guys, so I decided to put a little bit more E in the car. Right now I'm like 1/5 of a tank. So I just want to make sure the E concentration is above E60 when I'm going for this pull. So I'm probably gonna put like maybe 3 gallons, and we'll see where we're at E concentration wise. And I'm trying to keep my tank low, you know, to reduce the weight. And after I put like 3 gallons worth in, I'm gonna put her on the scale, weigh her, and then we'll go back to Mexico. See if we can hit 7 seconds tonight. Gotta love that price. Cannot beat that price. So I put like $9 worth, 3 gallons. Let's see what the E concentration is, and I'm throwing her on the scale now. So, moment of truth. Without me being in the car now weighs 38.80. It used to weigh 40.20 if I'm not mistaken. It comes out to 4,000 flat. So yeah, that's a lot of weight reduction. Let's see if that makes any difference in the times I do.